Kami nabibili naman sa Shopee.
Guys,
check
ko
Mahirap ako mag-edit nito.
Okay lang yan. I-blurt ko na lang lahat ng pagmumura natin. I love it.
This is a Cup of Coffee podcast.
Before we start the program, I just want to welcome you to the second season of A Cup of Coffee podcast. I personally want to say thank you for your support. And after this holidays, I will be consistent in uploading more episodes for you. By the way, stay tuned for the new spin-off of this podcast. It will be about coffee, literally, because a friend of mine said, your podcast name is A Cup of Coffee, but you've never really talked about coffee. So here we go. I will be uploading a separate episode for that every Monday. It's gonna be a real coffee conversation, okay? So please hold on to that. But let's continue with the program.
Bring back my girls.
There you go.
Yun yung linya ko lagi.
Oo, yun lagi yung linya niya. Anyways, there you go. Alright, so we have on our podcast a very, very special friend of mine. And she brought along her best friend, which we are now literally bothering at 4 o'clock in the morning.
Hi.
Hello.
Anyways, yeah, so like what I said a while ago, we've been like, the two of us, me and Vicky, we've been friends for a very long time, like a good 20 years. How long have you been friends, the two of you?
Can you do the math? Since grade school? We've known each other since grade school, but
since elementary.
Yeah.
So, Rich is from the Philippines before, yeah?
Yes, we used to be schoolmates.
Yeah,
Okay,
I used to be. I was born and raised over there.
Mm-hmm. And then when did you move?
When I was mid-teens, 16.
High school.
Yeah.
Okay, and then that's when you guys separated. If that makes sense. Like, is that how it worked?
Yes, but we weren't really close when we were young. We became best friends in 2014. Tama
Yeah.
ba? 2014. Yeah.
So who decided that, okay, we're gonna be best friends?
Funny story.
Same time.
Very funny story.
Oh, okay, great.
Because in 2014, I was going through a really, really bad breakup. So I went to the States alone.
That sounds familiar.
Yes. Alam mo na. So actually, every time I go to the States, I send him a message. I'm gonna be like, let's have dinner, let's go out, let's do whatever. And then we meet up, right? All the time?
Yeah, we always meet up. Always made a point to meet my friends from the Philippines, no matter what.
And then, so in 2014, I went there alone. I was supposed to stay at his place, but it was too far. So I got my own place, and then I told him, how about you just come over and let's just go out. So that's what he did. He drove all the way from San Diego to LA. That's a good, 2-3 hour drive? Am I right?
About 2 hours.
In all fairness, Liz, sa tagal nating magkakilala, pareho, gano'n ka pa rin, ang laki mo pa rin abala, no?
Oo, ba? Alam mo yan. Abala talaga ako.
Coming from you pa talaga, Sam. Coming from you.
Hoy! Ay, wag kang dyan. Wag ako. Boxing mo lang. No, kasi like,
Kita mo, abala ka rin eh.
like, Liz would literally message us 2 o'clock in the morning with nonsense. Like, as if everyone is supposed to be up at 2 o'clock in the morning. Like, so anytime that my phone rings at 2 o'clock in the morning, it's totally Liz. Right? I just want to find out kasi syempre, like for example, between the two of us, Vicky and I, we clearly, we click simply because pareho kaming madaldal, pareho kaming, but other than that,
We're both gay.
we're both gay in some respect. Pero I mean, how does that work for you? Kasi like for example, me and Vicky clearly will be talking about same body parts, if that makes sense. Like that, we literally go down to the nitty-gritty and like that down and dirty. But that's who we are. So paano yun? How does it work? Because like for example, me, I do have friends, like for example, di ba si Nick, Liz, right? So while we are in the conversation about that specific body part and his trait, talagang minsan naglalagaw na lang siya sa usapan.
Ano naman yun eh, si Rich is ano ko ba i-explain to ba?
You're one of the
seen
guys.
It all, ganyan. Oh, well, yeah. In our group kasi, I'm the only girl. In our barkada, I'm the only girl. And then, so, sanay ako sa jokes na ganon and all. Tapos, ito, wala. Tahimik lang talaga. Ako talaga yung madaldal. Ganun. Diba? Uy, dumaldal ka dyan.
As you can tell, yeah.
But how does that?
It's weird. Like it's when we have we don't talk like how you guys talk. It's like we just vibe, you know, as they would say these days. We just vibe on so many levels, and then it's hard to explain. Like you just have to be around us when we're getting together. It's like we don't talk about penises and shit. We don't.
Now you do.
What? I don't remember that.
Oh, nilalamig. We do. In denial lang siya. But we do.
Oh well, yeah. But you know, it's like a cringe. You know, sometimes I cringe. But I just let her talk. Like, well, fuck. What the fuck did you expect? He's not that great, I guess.
But like for example, like about for example dating, right? I'm pretty sure it works for the two of you. Like mostly for Rich though, because clearly it hasn't been working with you.
Siya din, no?
May gano'n kasi kami, may inside joke kami, pasensya na po kayo. May inside joke na kami dalawa ni Liz. Pero like, I mean, do you give advices for each other? Kasi me and Vicky, we don't give advices in like, okay, you should be dating this guy or you should be dating that guy. No, we don't do that. We allow ourselves to, to date people and then we're just gonna be there to support if ever shit hits the fan. Pero like, for example, kayo, how does that work for you?
Sino sasagot?
It's the same way. You know, like
Ba't magkaiba tayo sagot?
What? We just let it. Well,
like do you guys get approval? Do you guys get approval of, who are you supposed to date? Like kailangan ba may standards, like have to
standards,
be
of course.
Yeah, standard. Okay.
There's
Kasi
standards,
kami
of
minsan
course.
wala kaming standards eh.
Ako rin wala.
Diba? Masaya kaya pag walang standards. Rich, you have to change your dating standards.
Well, no, I mean there's standards as far as like maybe later on, like but if they're just starting out, yeah, go ahead, and then we start sharing pictures like let me see his picture or
I get that, but like for example, so you said a while ago that like Liz would send you photos and you'd probably be sending photos as well, right?
Yeah.
Of the girl that you're dating. Me and Vicky, we have a very different set of photos that we send to each other.
Dick
Do you
pic ba
guys-
to?
Shit. No, we don't send pictures like that.
Because that's the reason why we want to find out. Because like, if a man or a man and a man are friends, you kind of expect them to do that. Do you do that with your other straight male friends? Yeah, you do. Of course, you do.
No, well, I'm thinking I don't, because out of respect for the girl I'm with. If me and this girl work out, and then I showed them a nude picture, then that's kind of like bad on me. So I don't do that. But some of my guy friends have done that because they're fucking assholes. So,
but we're not talking about a girl like you're thinking of literally dating, like someone that you just literally tap.
Yeah, he does. I do also. I send you the dick pics sometimes. Yeah.
I don't remember receiving any of those. Wrong guy.
Send kita ulit. Wait. Char.
But doesn't that make your friendship a little bit, again, me and Vicky, we have like, a common ground of, one dating men, right? Doesn't that make your friendship a little bit more complicated because you do have literally different takes in dating in life?
Actually, for me personally, it helps that my best friend is a guy because I always get the point of view of a guy.
Mm-hmm.
Na parang, oh, this happened, what should I do? Something like that. Also, parang, paano ba? Sometimes when I'm dating someone new, of course, syempre magsiselos, ganyan. Parang, because we're always on the phone, like, almost every day. Kasi LDR kami. So, we're always like video chatting almost every day. Sometimes even twice a day. Ganyan din. I wake him up like in the middle of the night. Lalo na when I'm sad, ganyan. Na parang, I need you, ganyan.
How about
Diba?
you, Rich? How does this work for you? Because clearly, Liz has something to gain from you. But do you have something to gain from Liz?
Well, so
See, he's having problems answering. See? Clearly.
Women are still like a mystery to me. So when I need a women's perspective, I go to her as well. You know, it's like, but sometimes sablay din yung sagot niya.
Wow!
Sometimes, not all the time, but you know, sometimes it's not. It's like, but most of the time, you know, she makes sense when it comes to explaining stuff in a woman's perspective.
So, like, Rich, question: when was the last time that you had a relationship, and how long has it been?
Gosh, it's been a while. About 2 years before COVID. Yeah.
COVID is a bitch, isn't she?
Oh yeah, she's a big bitch.
Ay, there's a common denominator between the two of you, though. You and Liz. You haven't gotten any since COVID.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, which is cool with me. I don't mind.
Oh, it's not cool. No.
This fucking asshole try to ask me to send her like a toy. I'm like, what the? Do you expect me to go to a store? You expect me to go to the store and find you a dildo? What the fuck?
Siyempre, mas maganda yung dildo doon. Sa States, mas malaki, di ba? Oh.
So it seems that you guys are very comfortable with the kind of people that you date with. Pero, how comfortable are you into telling each other that, you know, especially if let's say Rich is into someone, you know, he's really into someone, pero si Liz, she doesn't like her. Like, how comfortable are you? How comfortable are you by telling na, you know, I don't like the girl you're dating right now. And how
very comfortable.
There you go. Thank
Parang
you very
sama ng
much.
ugali
Ang
mo.
bilis. Kasi kami ni Sam, when the thing is, you know, we don't, ano ko ba sasabihin to?
We shared? I'm so sorry. What was that? What did we share?
Wow.
Not the same guy, but they are in the same group.
Oh yeah.
You see? Yeah, same group. So, parang it's easier in a sense na magkakakilala sila. There was one time that we almost shared.
Which one?
Almost?
Which one? I'm such a whore. I can't remember who.
Yeah. So she's comfortable. What about you, Rich?
Are you comfortable enough to tell Liz na you're
So
dating a douche?
Yeah.
Liz,
yeah.
you're comfortable. What about you, Rich? I mean, parang wala bang yung boundaries na, wait lang, I mean, you're my best friend, but you know, you can't tell me who to date.
Well, I'm more of like a big brother. Like, I let her. I'm the same with my sisters too. Like, yeah, okay, well, go ahead and go date that guy. Until I hear something bad that this guy or something wrong about this guy, then that's when I'm gonna start giving my opinion. Like, okay, if I don't like this guy, I'm gonna tell her.
So what did you feel about what's Liz's ex?
I'll fucking stab that dude.
Yeah. Meron tayo ganun. Meron again, insider joke. Sorry naman. Okay. So, ito. This is something that has been, alam mo, parang laging matatanong ko lagi sa inyo. Was there a time that I don't want to put you in a weird situation, but was there a time where, like, okay, I think we're not just friends?
Hindi, never. Ew.
Walang
No.
sexual tension. Walang sexual tension. Kasi kami ni Sam, definitely, walang sexual
Kadiri
tension.
naman yun. Again, I may be gay, but I'm not a lesbian, so there's a difference between that. But
No.
but however, like, because a very good looking girl, and clearly Rich is like, he's cute as well. So walang sexual tension.
Never.
We get that a lot,
Why?
though, like from friends. They always tell us na, no, you guys are gonna end up together someday, ganyan.
Yeah, it's funny. Like even my aunts and my uncles, they tell me like, damn, like your best friend is a girl. Baka magkatuluyan kayo niyan. It's like you guys watch a lot of drama movies, a lot of drama shows. Too much. You guys need to back off on that.
Wala.
Yes.
Ang corny, no? I don't know, but because probably I'm the type of girl who watches a lot of rom-coms. Mm-hmm. So nandun na yung expectations that you guys probably won't end up with each other, but you might have, at some point in your lives being best friends na, one gets drunk and the other one takes advantage.
Oh, no.
Parang ganon.
Si Liz yun. If ever someone will take advantage, it's gonna be Liz.
I've been drunk plenty of times.
Oh yeah, like a million times.
Oh, Rich, you don't know what she's going through right now.
Oh, he knows. He knows. I was also denied by him.
So, sige. So since it seems that the other relationship, a romantic relationship is not possible with you guys. But my next question is, how did you know na it's just friendship, that it's not going to work? Was there an attempt? Kasi diba parang doon lang mababalidate unless one of you tried to, I don't know, do something.
Wala like how I see my brother, that's how I see him. Parang ganon, parang
because we've known each other since we were little, so it's like like I will always see her as the suplada girl from childhood. Because when we were growing up, especially like high school, I would chase girls, I would talk to girls, the cute ones. She's on her way, like fuck, parating na to.
Panira ng
Let me
trip.
go. It's like she's like the worst cock block. It's like
grabe.
Totoo naman, girl. Totoo naman. Actually, like for example, like even for me, even for the two of us, I mean, even for me, syempre may mga times that you wanna flirt with someone and then your best friends arrive and then, like wala na. No choice na talaga, dahil higang tayo tonight, yung ganon.
Ay, wag ka umarte ha. Lahat ng mga flirtation moments mo, supportado ko sa friend.
Between, like, let's just point fingers here or, just probably drop names. So, sa inyong dalawa, sino yung clingy?
Oh.
Clingy how? How clingy? Paano clingy?
oh, recently.
May ikikwento ko. Yeah, okay. O sige, ikaw na.
Hayaan mo
No,
na.
go ahead.
Kasi, I was going through a lot, diba? Tapos nung medyo okay na ako, this guy, he tells me, Besh, I'm gonna go dark, whatever, ganyan. Tangina, hindi niya ako kinausap ng isang buwan.
Mm-hmm.
Or like maybe a few weeks. Something like that, right?
Yeah, it's about 1 month.
Yeah. As in, like, I was updating him every day about what's happening with my life and sending him, like, voice notes and videos. And then wala, like, dead ma, super dead ma. The first time, since I've known him, parang that was the longest that he didn't talk to me. So, parang basta, sabi ko, ang sakit pala mawala ng best friend. Am I still your best friend? Drama akong ganon. And then one night, this fucker finally calls me. And then he was like, oh, what happened? And then when I saw his face, I was crying, how could you do this to me? Para akong brenekan, bakla. Iyak ako ng iyak, madaling araw. Tapos parang
wala kaming
ganyan. We are like, both of us are strong, independent women. We don't really care.
No, it's not that. It's just that because we've been friends. We started seeing each other. That was 1996, 1999.
Let's not drop.
Yaan mo na.
Years.
Tagal na.
Diba? Okay lang yan.
Mas matagal yung Sejos.
There are times that we we see each other like on a daily basis. And then when we started working, like I went to Manila, and then he was here, and then balikan, ganyan. There are times that, you know, we haven't talked for years. As in years talaga, as in nag-hibernate kami pareho. But, you know, we don't talk, we don't text, nothing. But then the kind of relationship that we have hindi siya nagdi-disintegrate. So still the same. Walang awkwardness after. So sa inyo, after him not speaking to you for a month, so doon mo na realize na mahirap mawala ng best friend.
Yes, I can't live without you. Ganyang level.
Yeah. I was surprised. I was like, why is she crying? Kaiyakin naman na ito.
Hoy,
And you don't
excuse me
feel
lang.
that way, Rich. Sa'yo okay lang kahit hindi mo siya makausap.
No, well, during that time, I wanted to talk to her. I wanted to respond, but I was going through some things that that's why I asked her, hey, I'm gonna go dark for now. Not just with her, with all my friends, you know. Like I didn't really go out, hang out with a lot of friends. I was trying to sort out some stuff in my life during those weeks. So like it wasn't just with her. So when she called and I missed that call, because I gave her an instruction, if it's something important, if it's something emergent, give me a call, because if you're just gonna send me a message or text, I'm not gonna see it. My notifications are off. I turn everything off because I'm gonna go dark. That's what I mean when I go dark. No communication. So when I saw the missed call, I gave her a call right away, and then that's when we had video chat. She cried and broke my heart, and I was like, damn, that sucks.
Effective, bakla.
Para kang linta.
Oo.
Ang laki mong abala.
Si Sam kasi tatawag, bakit? Bakit problema mo? Ba't ka ganon?
Ganon kami.
So,
we don't really like, although yeah, we have our, you know, mushy moments and, you know, crying times. But at the end of, like, hindi kami, like, before I even, or the two of us, before we even call, we sort things out first, and then, pag chikahan na kami, tapos na yung problema, hindi na namin kailangan pag-iyakan, if that makes sense. So itong
like,
si
do you
Liz,
tell each other
tatama.
everything? You tell each other everything. Like, do you feel it's an obligation that this other person should know what's going on?
It just comes natural. I don't think we feel obligated. It's just like we just confide in each other, no problem, you know. And we don't judge each other, but we do advise each other, and we're honest between. We're honest.
How honest are you with each other?
Do you have like any like at the back of your head? Do you have like, I cannot tell Liz about this, or I cannot?
Because you know it might offend that person, or he might disagree. Like kasi sa aming dalawa, we will not talk about it when it's still going on, but we will eventually tell each other when it's done. Just so there's no more confrontation of some sort. I don't know, that's just how it works for us. But for you guys, is it the same thing? Like you have to make sure that, you know, you are tapping each other with, you know, things that's going on with your lives?
For me, kasi parang if something happens, like good or bad, or just like the mundane, parang he's automatically the first person. Even when I was with my ex, parang he's automatically the first person to know. I don't know why, but ever since, ganun na talaga na like, kunwari, he's in the States, di ba? If something happens, automatic magsisend lang sa kanya message. Oh my God, ganyan. Parang, I don't know why. Maybe because he's my person.
Ay, landi yung dalawa.
He's yun.
Nadiri ako ng very, very light dun. Medyo...
Sinubukan ko yung may person na yan sa other sex, hindi gumana.
Hindi, kasi parang alam mo yung, hindi ko ma-explain eh. Basta parang alam mo na, kasi syempre, if you're a girl and you're friends with a guy, parang pag may sinabi kang sweet, or if you say something nice, parang iisipin na, naku, may something to, yung gano'n. With him, I never felt it. Like, as in, kahit maghubad ako sa harap niyan, wala. Alam mo yun? Walang anything. Walang mali siya, walang judgment, walang, alam mo yung parang as in pure acceptance lang na para kayong magkapatid na ganyan talaga yan siya. Yung gano'n.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ano sinabi niya? Yeah.
So, for example naman, between the two of you, sino naman ang marigalo? Kasi si Vicky marigalo sa akin, pagkain ang laging niregalo niyan sa akin. Pareho kayong dalawa, Liz. Pareho kayong mahilig gano'n. Mahilig ko padala ng pagkain. So, ano yung mga gano'n? Yung mga, syempre, unfortunately, Rich, hindi ka makakatanggap ng mga food supply coming from Liz kasi medyo mahal ang gano'n. International shipping. Pero usually, sino yung mga nagbibigay ng regalo?
Actually, pareho eh. Parang, if I know someone, like, for example, my sister or a friend, who's going... ikaw magkwento.
There was one time Liz's sister visited the US and she was staying here in LA. So she was staying here in LA, Liz's sister, and then I picked her up from the bus station and I just gave her a ride. Like I always help out Liz's family no matter what, you know. So her sister was traveling solo. When I met her sister had like grocery bags of Filipino snacks, and I'm like, I can buy these things here, man. It's like you're making it seem like I'm hungry. Para akong gutom. It's like, what the mga chippy, mga kire. I'm like, dude, why inabala mo pa yung kapatid mo, pinagpitpit mo pa. May maling, may corned beef. I'm like, dude, I can buy all those things over here. What are you doing? It was sweet, you know. It's like, oh, that's cool. That's very sweet.
Pero again, abala. Isang malaking abala. Like for example, I mean, I can only imagine, like, kasi di ba, I have an aunt in London. She sends us parcels na kilo-kilong asukal. Like, ano ba asukal dito sa Pilipinas? Bakit kailangan magpadala ng asukal dito sa amin? Yung gano'n. Isang malaking box.
Padala ng asukal.
Hindi ko alam. Mura daw kasi doon. Tapos pinakita ko pa nga kay Liz yung isang buong box ng popcorn na parang, wala ba popcorn dito sa Pilipinas? Ang dami-daming gano'n.
Send it over here.
Ubus na.
Yun na naman tayo. Diba? Ang hilig niya mag-share ng mga ganyang stories. Tapos pag hiningan mo siya, ubus na. Oh, anywho, so those were the grand gestures. Bad fight. Was there a time that you guys really had the bad fight na parang friendship over?
No.
Almost
Not
friendship.
yet.
Wala.
Gawa natin ang paraan. Wait lang.
Baka after nito.
Siguro kasi it's different when you guys are, since LDR yung friendship nyo, diba?
We're not that interesting.
Wala eh. Parang
We
wala.
just accept each other.
Yeah.
Oo. Alam mo yung true, wala na magagawa, lunukin na natin, kaibigan natin eh. Parang gano'n.
Oo, ang ganon.
Tanga eh.
Pero Rich, what's this one thing that Liz is going to do to upset you?
Me?
Arrive
Well,
late.
not upset me, but we joke a lot when it comes. We tease each other a lot. So like when it comes to, she always teases me with these girls who like me, and it freaking gets on my nerves sometimes. It's like, but of course, I can't get mad because that's just friends teasing each other. But it's funny when you're around it, when you see it, it's funny because especially when our group of friends are together. Oh my god. Fucking when she starts it, everyone jumps in. I'm like, okay, mga putang ina niyo.
Kasi nga, diba? I mean, I'm so sorry to I don't know, tag it as if, pero syempre, diba, pag halimbawa, most of the time, this is pointed out to Rich, most of the time kasi, pag sinabi mong one of the boys, ang friend mo, ang babae mo, ang best friend mo babae, there is a bad connotation that, she's either a lesbian or she's a slut. So, how do you work around that? I mean, because it's the truth though, right? Like, unfortunately, may mga ganun talagang tao na nag-iisip na, one of the girls, and ako, she's easy. How does that make you feel, and how do you, work around that?
Well, when we say she's one of the boys, we don't have to hold back. Like when our group of friends are together, we don't have to hold back when it comes to the dialogue. So like, let's say we're talking about girls, we can just say whatever, and she doesn't get offended. She's not offended by it. She even chimes in. And what kind of examples? Ikaw nga, Besh?
As in, kasama nila ako sa beer house. Ganun level.
Oh yeah,
Tapos,
there you go.
yeah, and then there was this one time, they picked me up at home. Oh no, they were like, oh, we're gonna have dinner there. Kasi they always do that before, like, surprise. Oh, we're outside your house, you cook, ganyan. Or like, they're gonna go to the kitchen and just cook, ganon. Tapos parang, after eating, they were like, oh, tara, GB tayo, GB, ganyan. So, malamang, like, I was assuming na anak ko, diba? And they were like, no, mag-diesel laki ka, isuot mo tong cap, ganyan. Tapos sinakay nila ako sa car. Like, as in, pinagtutulakan nila ako literal dun sa car. Tapos,
natakas namin yan.
Oh, so we went there. And then, sabi niya, sige na, uuwi na tayo ng 12, ganyan. Tapos hanggang sa nag-2 a.m. na, 3 a.m. na, ayaw pa nila umuwi. I wasn't doing anything. Like, I was just sitting there drinking, watching naked girls dance. Tapos parang ako, sobrang walang thrill nito sa akin. Alam mo yun? Tapos parang,
Hindi ka naman na-insecure.
payat pa ako noon. Hindi.
Talaga ba? Na-experience mo pa lang pumayat?
Oo! Payat pa ako noon, go na go, ganyan. Tapos parang sabi ko, uwi na tayo, inaantok na ako, ganyan. Tapos, hala, isa-isa na silang tumatayo sa table, na nag-VIP, ganyan. Tapos parang ako, umuwi na tayo, ngayon na. You know what they did? O sige, umalis ka na, mag-taxi ka. Pinag-taxi nila ako alone. Hindi man lang nila kinuha yung plate number ng taxi. Hindi man lang nila ako hinatid sa labas. Wala. Like, bye. Ganon. Ganong level yung friendship namin. And then the next day, they were like, oh, you're alive. That's good. Ganon lang.
One of the guys.
Diba? Ang saya.
Pero gano'n, pero hindi naman, wala naman kayong, like, for example, yung tipong, for example, on that scenario, hindi ka naman ba na pikon, na inis, na konti ng very, very like this?
Hindi. Natatawa ako.
Playtime lang talaga kayo, gano'n.
Oh, yeah, kasi parang I've known these guys since we were kids. So parang alam ko na gano'n yung gagawin nila. Medyo in-expect ko na yon pagsakay ko ng kotse. Alam mo yon? Kasi parang when you know someone so well, parang hindi ka na magugulat. Ganyan.
So, pag halimbawa, like for example, si Liz pumupunta ng US, ikaw ba, Rich, pumupunta ka dito sa Pilipinas?
Oh yeah, all the time. Before COVID, every year I'm there.
Ako rin, every year I'm there. So, twice a year kami.
Every day.
Oo, anytime. Ako, anytime pupunta ako doon.
Kasi we're almost neighbors eh.
We're like
We're
2 barangays
neighbors.
away. Oo, 2 barangays away.
Yeah.
Hindi kami village, hindi kami katulad ni Liz na gano'n, na alam mo na, exclusive subdivision. Tapos may rainforest sa likod ng house.
Dream namin yan, maging magkapit-bahay. Diba?
Yeah.
How far would you go to protect yung friendship ninyo? Like, are you willing to hurt people?
Yeah, when it comes to guys, yeah, I'm very protective. I'm very protective. Yeah. So I'm very protective to Liz, especially now. Every time I hear about another guy, it's like, okay, well, sorry. I give her a disclaimer, like, sorry, you know, you already know how I'm gonna be when it comes to these guys that you're gonna date. Don't expect me to like them or show any sort of interest. If I meet them, they're gonna get the cold shoulder just because of what happened before. So, you know, just a disclaimer, nothing personal. Well, it is personal.
Yeah.
Pero ngayon lang yan. Like before, when we would go to clubs, lagi siyang, oh, lalayo muna ako, type ka nito, mga ganon. Like, remember with hindi ko masabi yung pangalan niya. With my BBC. Yun,
oh
wala
yeah.
siyang...
I just leave her alone. Like before the whole mess happened recently, I would just leave her alone. Like I make sure I leave her or like go away from her so guys can approach her, and then you know she just picks. But yeah, it's like no problem. Yeah, go ahead, have fun. You know.
Oh, please, ikaw.
Oh, anong gagawin ko?
No, kasi like for example, like right now, I'm just gonna connect this to to something personal to you, Liz. Like, because right now you're starting your own podcast, right, about online dating, right? So, anything or how does that work for you right now, Rich? Na parang your best friend is now perpetuating that that it's okay to online date. I'm literally hating on the podcast right now instead of promoting it. Okay, instead I promote ko. Oh, how does that work for you, Rich?
When it comes to online dating?
Yeah.
Well, for her, I don't know, like it's the same. Like I just let her do what she wants. I can't really control her. You know, she's always gonna do what she wants to do. So I just remain supportive until something wrong happens. Not saying that there's something wrong every time, but you know, I'm always
But
hopeful
almost
for her.
every time.
si Liz, ever since na nagkakilala kami, wala siyang kadala-dala.
Mismo.
Diba? Walang kadala-dala si Bakna. Go pa rin. O go sa... Sige, bala ka dyan.
Wala na.
Masaya naman, di ba?
Oo. Hindi, ang laking abala eh. Ang laki... aminin mo, Rich. Totoo, ang laking abala ng best friend mo. Tatawag problema tungkol dun sa... Hindi ko na ida-drop yung name at kung anong nangyayari ngayon. Pero...
Well, before hindi ako mapintas. Pero like this time, mas mapintas na ako ngayon. Like, what was that? Like, she sent me a picture of yung...
Same guy. You're talking about the same guy.
Okay.
Oh yeah? So anyway, she sent me a picture of this dude. And I'm like, sino ba tong driver yung picture ng pinapadala mo sa akin? Like, who's this guy now? Like, what? Like, is this guy really that good to you for you to send me a picture of? Like,
Share ko lang.
Ako yung nadala eh. Like, what the fuck? Who's this guy? I'm more protective now compared to in the past.
The guy is very good looking, just to let you know. It's just that he has this douchey kind of vibe. The first time that I saw him, I saw the photo.
He's a douchebag. Douchebag siya.
Yeah, he is. I'm so sorry, Liz. We're just gonna put you in the burner right now.
This is good information. Keep going.
Yeah, because literally, like, we're just gonna put it out there. So we are 4 consenting adults here.
Yes.
Rich is a straight guy. If a girl asks you to, drill her wall, penetrate her ceiling, are you gonna say yes or are you gonna say no? What are you going to do?
If a girl asked me?
Yeah. To plow her dungeon, to
pop her cherry.
Yeah.
I'm assuming this girl's drop dead gorgeous.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Okay.
Just like what any guy would do.
What if I tell you he said no? What does that mean? If, for example, you as a person, you as a straight man, you said, okay, no, I'm not yet ready for that. What does that mean for a straight guy?
I get what you're saying. He's fucking dumb.
Exactly. We are literally.
Sorry. I cursed again. I need to remember.
It's okay. It's all good. But because that's what I've been saying.
If a girl tells me that, it's like, oh, thank God, makes my job easier. You know?
Yeah.
I don't have to figure out that. Should I make a move? You know, the girl's already telling you to make a move. Just do it. You know.
Baka naman he has an excuse.
Honey, there's no excuse for that.
He doesn't,
let's base it with
Rich. I know, but
how far are you willing to go? How far are you willing to go to tap that booty?
I mean, would you like straight up when the girl said, you know what, I kind of like you, why don't we just, do it na?
Like, if it's right casual away. Lang ha, again, let's casual ha, like literally casual.
Magbabatukan na ako niyan mamaya pagbaba natin ito, kita mo.
Mag-aaway
Hindi ko pa nakikwento yan sa kanya.
Wala pa daw kasi silang worst fight. So, ito yon.
Thank you. Exclusive on our podcast.
Well, the reason why I'm agreeing, the reason why because that's what I'm looking for too. Like it's over here, it's not simple to find a girl who's just willing to tell me, you know, she just wants to hook up. But if a girl tells me that, like she just wants to hook up, I'm like, oh my god, like it just makes my job easier. I don't have to figure out what this girl's looking for. If a girl tells me that, shit, game, let's go. Where are we going?
Yeah, right. But again, this is just, you know, we're just putting out a story here. This is not true to life whatsoever.
Right. Sure.
So that's what happened.
Yeah.
It's happening.
Happened. Tapos na. Ayawan
Tapos
na.
na ba finally? Thank God.
Oo. Ayaw mo, diwag. Nananawagan ako sa'yo. Charot.
How many times did it happen? And, you know, how many times did he say no?
Twice.
Twice?
Oh my
Twice.
What is wrong with him? First time, siguro I would understand. Like, you know, maybe the guy is into me, but he wants to respect me, even if it's like just, you know, something casual. But the second time, there's something wrong with the guy.
Yeah.
He's
Exactly what
gay?
you said. No, he's not. Unfortunately. No.
Maybe he's this.
No, I saw it.
No. With his picture, I can see that, you know, it's gonna hurt.
I know.
But the thing is that,
Baka
you
naman
know,
he has a tiny penis.
No, I
micro
saw
penis.
it eh.
Hindi na.
Oh, bakit nothing happened when you saw his
Ay,
thing?
ano lang, dick pic lang. Share screen, char.
Cute.
Pero hindi na.
And this guy, you, it's like casual lang. Like you didn't go out, no long dating, walang dating requirements, ganyan.
Not, yeah. Ito lang, parang
Casually.
we talked about it. We were just like, because I told him I don't want to commit and I haven't really dated in a long time, so, and then he was like, yeah, parang me, I just want like a companion. That's what he, shucks, baka marinig niya ko. That's what he called it. Tapos parang ako, yeah, same, but I don't know yet, mga ganyan. Tapos yun. Tapos parang at first, siya yung laging nagyayaya. I would always say no. And then, nung ako na yung nagyaya niya, ayaw na niya. Kaya yun. Wag na. Diba?
I don't know. I think is it something? Is it because the mystique disappeared already? Like maybe he's not challenged anymore. I don't know. It doesn't make any sense for me. If a girl tells me, if a girl tells me, she's let's go hook up. You know, I'm like, and you're drop dead gorgeous. Well, shit, let's go.
Okay, the first time she made mention it, I'm like, that's not supposed to happen. That's not how it works. That is not how, you know, casual sex works. But, you know, when after the second time that she made mention it, she was like, I was like, no. She's not, he is not into you. Because if he is, regardless kahit, kung ako nga pumupunta pa ako sa ibang bansa para hook up. Honey, I was in Singapore. Walang hook up sa Singapore before. Not na legal kasi syempre when I was in Singapore, hindi uso ang mot-mot doon. So either I take it in the parking lot or a garden or whatsoever, or I fly back to the Philippines and get it over with. Okay? So, you know, like if that is the psyche of a person that I just want to have sex with you, then you're gonna just go there because, you know, just finish it off. Pero yung pag sinabi niya sa'yo na, you know, like, I'm not yet ready, I'm not prepared, bullshit
Yun
yan. Kasi like, for example, I mean, I'm gonna tell you this, like, Rich already, you know, agreed on it in a certain level. Pag halimbawa, iniharap mo sa kanya, let's just say, Kim Kardashian, hubot-hubad sa harapan niya, imposible hindi niya kembutin yun.
Yun nga yung tanong ko. That's why I was asking, parang, pangit ba ako? Bakit
Did you ask him? Did you ask him? Why did he say no?
No, I said, Eddie, wag.
Baka virgin pa.
Like, parang, ayoko, I don't feel that naman na pangit ako, ganyan. Parang,
No.
You are not. I mean, I've seen you without your face mask on. You're beautiful. You're gorgeous.
thank you.
There's
Girl
something
power.
wrong with it. I would totally understand. Siguro yung first, hindi ko kasi na-experience eh. Ayam!
Wow.
Just putting it out
Kasi
there.
I never asked. Because I never asked. No, hindi. Ibig ko sabihin, yung first time siguro, understandable na baka he's having, second thoughts na he might, because it was put there outright that, both of you don't want relationships. So he probably is thinking na maybe this is a trick question na she just wants to, make sure na if I'm that guy na she can date for a long time or, just a hookup, just because you were very clear that you just wanted a hookup. But the second time, parang may something.
It's weird because like he treats me as his girlfriend. Parang ganon, na parang
so he's sweet, ganyan, nag-go out kayo, ganyan.
See?
Not really. Never pa kami nag-date, pero like lagi siyang reporting for duty, ganyan.
Rich already threw on the gauntlet. Done, it's over. That's BS right there.
It's weird. Tapos parang, like at the back of my mind, I would think,
girl, nag-background check ka ba dito? Baka naman married to.
Hindi ko alam. Hindi.
Gusto mo hulaan ko?
Like how?
Feeling ko like may jowa.
Yun na nga eh. If you are blatant about, saying that you just wanna have fun, a man will take a... Okay lang yan. Like, a man would literally take advantage of that. Kasi hindi lahat ng babae ganon, right? Hindi lahat... Yeah, see? Oh my God. I'm still gay, by the way, guys. I'm just, just putting it out there. I'm still gay. It just so happened that, parang ako kasi logical ako mag-isip. Unfortunately, so if you literally, nasa harapan mo na yan at hindi niyan kinain, ibig sabihin nun, ayaw niya talaga, period.
Oh my. Hindi ko rin, ewan ko.
Kasi under ko, kaya ayaw niyang kainin. Gwapo ba? As in, super gwapo.
He's good looking, but I cannot say he's gwapo. He has...
Like,
pwede na.
10 being the highest. 10 being the highest.
6.
Yeah.
He's a good 6, but I'm pretty sure he's like an 8-inch.
Yeah.
No.
That's the reason.
Anyways, let's go back to friendship, shall we? Give me a typical date between the two of you. Like, for example, me and Vicky would literally just sit down, cup of coffee. The conversation could last 4 or 5 hours without us noticing it. How does that work for the two of you? Just the two of you. Again, I understand na dinadala mo si Liz sa mga, sa bars and stuff like that. But conversation-wise, how does that work for the two of you?
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Can you stand each other for 6 hours talking about, stuff?
Well, yeah, of course. We talk almost every day. What do you guys talk about?
Exactly, yeah. Kasi kami, ni Sam, the things that we like, for example, we see each other like a week ago. When he comes over to my house, it's the same stuff that we talk about. And then when he goes home, we chat. It's still the same thing. And we don't get tired of each other. Well, partly, yeah, sometimes. Kaya lang ngayon, wala kang choice. Kasi siya lang talaga yung magtsatsaga sa akin eh.
Sa akin.
So, diba? So, right now kasi, you guys talk to each other regularly. Kasi, yun nga, long distance. But have you sat down like 6 hours? Kasi the longest that we've sat down is almost 12 hours.
More.
12 hours.
Because like when I'm in the States, he usually sleeps with me and my family. Like we sleep on the same bed. And my family doesn't mind. Parang automatic na yon na when we're in the States, he's there with us almost every weekend. Parang from Thursday actually to sometimes Monday, nag-absent siya. Ganyan.
Oh, diba?
Yeah, whenever I don't have work.
In all fairness, Liz, consistent ka pagdating sa pagiging abala. But
pinipilit ko talaga siya. Sabihin mo na lang, may sakit ka nga.
Yeah, I do that with him too.
Yeah. I gladly do it anyway. It's like, minsan duwarating pa dun sa point na gano'n na kahit sabihin ko na gano'n na papasok ako, dapat
Hindi siya
time into na nasa bahay pa rin niya ako.
Tapos iba-bribe. Kasi it's easy to bribe him eh. I know his weakness, food. Pakainin mo lang yan. Sabihin mo lang sa kanya, dali na, I cook something. Sometimes nga, yung even, like, let's say, for example, I would cook just for him. So, wala siyang choice. Mapapahiya siya. Ay, nagluto. So, kailangan ko pumunta. He doesn't have to bring anything. Sometimes he brings me coffee, but it's sometimes minsan wala. But it's the company, I guess. Like for you to, kasi sabi niyo, 'di ba? When she goes to the States or vice versa, it's like that. So, I guess it's the company talaga.
Yeah, when he's here also, siguro he's here like 2-3 weeks. We're together almost every day unless he's not in Manila. But like, usually when I wake up, I always text him na parang, what are you doing today? Oo.
Jowa.
Ganon.
Parang jowa.
Umaga pa lang. Oo, mas malala pa ako sa jowa yan, actually.
But why are you not in the States?
Huh?
Why are you not in the States, Liz?
COVID.
Oo.
Okay. So, doon ka talaga nakabase.
Sabi ko nga sa iyo, Vicky, yung si Liz, nakatira yan sa exclusive subdivision na may rainforest ko. So, flying to the US is not a big deal. But the truth is, like for example, ako naman pag halimbawa kayong dalawa magkasama, ano yung pinag-uusapan nyo talaga? Kasi kami, pinag-uusapan
buhay ng ibang tao.
Pinag-uusapan namin yung ibang tao. Kasi ganun, kasi alam mo parang, ay, okay pala yung life natin, no? Yung gano'n. I'm so sorry, pero parang dumarating na parang chismosa ang dating. Pero the truth of the matter is, syempre, ganun kaming mag-isip pareho na parang, my life pala is okay pa pala in comparison to this person, yung gano'n. What do you guys talk about?
Ano? Kutin mo na, puta.
Well, we always start off with dating life. If that's a bust, if we're not dating, especially now, well, Liz is dating someone, I think.
Not anymore.
Oh, okay, not anymore. Well, we talk about our other friends, not in a bad way, but it's mostly, she updates me with what's going on over there, because I'm not over there and I don't talk to everyone. So I talk when I talk to her, she would just text me, "Huy, may kwento ako sa iyo." So I just respond right away. Oh, sige, ano kwento? Kasi it's like I need to be up to date with what's going on over there. So that's the typical should I say typical conversation? Nah. But yeah, like that's what our typical conversation is. Like she updates me because I don't know. Like I don't talk to everyone over there. She's the liaison.
Ate Chona, di ba?
Ito, na-mention na kanina ni Liz. I just want to piggyback on it. So sinabi kasi kanina ni Liz na mas ma-message siya kasi sa girlfriend mo din. Was there any time that your current girlfriend or boyfriend was jealous? Ay, nakaumurong si Liz. Nangyari
there was one girl that I was dating that she was starting to speak up. She was saying, well, it's hard to believe that you two are just friends. Maybe there's something else going on. I was like, let me stop you there, because you start giving me problems with my best friend. If you try to make me choose between you and my best friend, you're gonna lose. So don't even try. Like what I told you, we're just best friends. It's completely platonic. There's no romance, no nothing like what you see on TV. I'm gonna stop you right there. So please don't start.
But were you dating a Filipina then or an American?
I date all sorts of girls, but at that time, this girl I'm talking about, she's American.
Okay. I didn't know that American girls could be so dramatic though as well. Because like it happens a lot here in the Philippines though. Like I have straight male friends as well. And there was a specific time that the girlfriend literally asked I was like, that's how insecure you are. Like, I'm gay, honey. There's no comparison here. You have a vagina, for God's sakes. Why is there a reason for you to ask one of my friends to choose between you and me? Like, I will never grow a vagina. You can grow a penis, but I won't be able to, to grow one. So, like, what's the point? But so I'm glad that actually it does happen as well in your scenario. But how about you, Liz? Experience mo na ba yung, kasi you personally, I know that you've been with in a long relationship. How does that work for you?
Actually, lahat ng guys na dinedate ko, ever since, laging siya yung issue. Char. Kasi parang, why do you have to talk to him for such a long time? Yung ganon. Because sometimes when we talk, like naka-video call kami, we watch a movie together, mga ganon, madaling araw. Tapos parang, even with my ex, lalo na at first, he's always like, do you have to talk for such a long time, all the time? Mga ganon. So parang, he's not here. This is the only thing that we can do. Tapos parang, when he's here naman, we watch movies na dalawa lang kami, we go out na dalawa lang kami. So sometimes, it's an issue na parang, kailangan ba ganon? Usapan namin ni Rich is, if the person that we're seeing makes us choose, or if it's an issue with them, then bye to the other person.
Regardless, kahit gaano mo ka-love yung guy,
yeah,
when he gets in between the two of you, you would gladly let go.
Yes.
Do you think that's not going to be difficult, when you actually find this guy na, tapos he has issues of you being, friends with him. So kahit alam mo yun, yung tipong he would marry you, yung ganon, tapos magkakaroon ng issue about Rich. So let go mo. Kahit super love mo.
Yeah.
Well,
here's what I tell when it does come up. Here's what I tell the girls I'm with. If this is my best friend, we've been friends since we were little. We've been friends before even before you came. So you expect me to drop my friend for you that I just recently met, or like I've only been dating for a year, couple years. This is my childhood friend. You expect me to drop her completely, and like
that, yeah.
It doesn't make any sense, I explained to them she's basically family to me. She's my sister. I consider her as a sister. So you're basically asking me to stop communication, to stop any interaction with my sister. That's how I make sense of our relationship to whoever I'm dating at that time. It's like, would you ask? I wouldn't dare ask Liz to like stop her relationship with her siblings. You don't ever do that,
Mm-hmm.
So that's how I explain to the girls I date. It's like, you're gonna lose if you start.
Do you introduce Liz before you start? Like, how do you introduce her? Like, let's say for example, wala naman siya doon since nandito siya sa Philippines. But how do you begin to explain your relationship? Like, outright, you tell her that, I just want you to know that I have a best friend back in the Philippines, and we talk to each other on a daily basis, probably longer than us would talk, but there's no need for you to get jealous. Ganon mo ba explain sa kanila?
Well, so if I have to, it depends on the time. If I see if the girl I'm dating, if I see us having a future, if it's gonna go somewhere, then that's when I would start mentioning my best friend more. I would, like, if we're just starting out, I would just mention it in passing, like, oh yeah, one of my best friends, she's actually a girl. And then, if they want to entertain that, if they want to get into a deeper conversation about that, into that topic, then, we'll go. But until I know if it's like something, what they call this, promising, then I will let the girl know more of my best friend. But a lot of them don't get past that that point. So it's kind of pointless to even go waste energy into that.
I only met two. Parang two.
Which one?
The
Dami kasi.
Tip mo na lang.
Yan, nawalan ka na lang.
Oh, the girl. Oh yeah, I remember now. Yeah, we hung out at she was visiting from the States too.
Yeah.
That didn't last long, so it's not important. She's not important. Moving on.
I've learned a lot of things through this interview, and we are really grateful for the opportunity to be talking to you guys. But do you have any, how do you call it, tips on how to preserve a friendship that is more than, if not 75% of your life? Like, you guys literally are 75% of your life you've been friends, right? So how do you preserve that?
I guess you just be real and straightforward with each other, but at the same time, like, syempre, you need to genuinely care about that person and know your boundaries and know your limit, and syempre, be there for the person.
Yeah, I agree with all of that, and just being accepting of each other, especially when it comes to those times, those difficult conversations, that you wouldn't normally have with anyone else. So it's open communication and acceptance between each other, but at the same time, you got to be able to get into those uncomfortable conversations with each other, and then see each other's points of view.
I guess this is going to be my last question, and I want you guys to treat it as if it's like, a defense ng thesis, okay? Can a woman and a man be best friends? Let's start with Liz.
Oh yeah.
Liz, do you think that a man and a woman, because I'm so sorry, syempre we're gonna go back to, unfortunately, here in the Philippines, where toxic masculinity and stuff like that, boys should always hang out with only boys, and then girls should only hang out with girls. So how would you debunk that? Oh, it's a myth. Boys and girls cannot be best friends. How would you debunk that?
Ang hirap. Kasi parang for me, I have more guy friends ever since. I've always had more guy friends than girlfriends, because I try to stay away from the drama. Because with guys, it's more of what you see is what you get, and I'm that type of person. So I guess for me, you just need to be clear that everything is platonic, and that there are just lines you would never cross, and you need to explain everything if you have a partner. Now, this is my best friend. He's never gonna go away. So either you go away or you accept him. Parang ganon.
Right. I think we're a special case, but for others, I think it would be easier. Like, let's say Liz is dating someone and is starting to get serious. I understand the guy's perspective as well. I think he would be more comfortable and more confident with our relationship just being completely platonic if I was dating someone else as well. It's kind of like a validation that, okay, I'm not after Liz. I don't have a hidden agenda that I'm secretly in love with her. Kind of like that. So I think that would make it easier, but it's a case by case. It's on a case by case basis, because there's no written manual or instruction book for it. It's just, I guess it's just a matter of managing your partner.
Being friends with the opposite sex, being best friends with the opposite sex, is actually one of the complex things of being in a relationship. In this case, friendship. You really have, compared to us, us being gays, diba? Mas complex yung sa kanila. but still the amount of love, the amount of understanding, the amount of time that you give the other person is just as same, regardless if you're straight, if you are not. It doesn't really matter. It's really finding that person that you can break loose with if worse comes to worse. And I am grateful for you, Sam. I don't have to tell you all these things. You're not used to me being nice all the time, but for once I will be nice. That I love you so much. And yeah, and I hope that if you are, to our listeners, yes, listeners of Dami, if you are out there trying to find that one person na you want to end up with, it might not happen, but it will definitely happen when you pray for someone na maging friend, someone that you get to keep for the longest time. So there, we're celebrating 20 years of friendship, diba?
Yeah.
Sam?
Ang tanda na natin, but Liz, how about you? Any parting words and you promote your new podcast?
Join me and Bob as we discuss the horror stories and the success stories of online dating. Our podcast is called Swipe.
You know me, I don't do online dating. I only, I go.
No, you should.
I go ganon. I'd rather go physical rather than online
In person,
dating.
yeah.
Oo.
Same here.
Diba, right? Oh my God, thank God I have someone with me right now. Kasi it's different pa rin talaga pag physical dating rather than online dating. Nakita nyo kayo itsura ko, kasi tingin nyo sa totoong buhay, ganyan ang itsura ko, hindi no.
Online dating, as in online lang, walang chance of meeting that person?
Syempre
naman.
Alam nyo ba yung gano'n, yung one that you bought online and what you got? Yung ganong klaseng, yung parang
Expectation versus reality.
Oo, yung parang anong ginawa mo, parang nawala yung bingot mo. Yung gano'n.
Bakla!
Duling ka
Nakita mo
pala.
naman the one that I ended up with, diba?
Pero iba pa rin yun, Day. Iba pa rin yun. False advertising. Yung sa'yo naman, dating game, you physically dated the guy. Yung syempre yung iba, false advertising. Okay, parang doon sa picture mo, parang maputi ka. Bakit parang, saan ka anong klaseng makeup ang nilagay mo ngayon? Yung ganon. Iba pa rin yun. Diba? Pati, ito, ang ganda.
Usong-uso mga filter
True, totoo yan, 'di ba? So, I don't believe on that. So, if ever na mag-guest ako diyan sa podcast mo, Liz, I'm just gonna debunk you guys and I'm just gonna ruin everything for you.
Nakakainis.
Oo,
Hindi, pero
gusto ko yan.
Pero iba syempre, like for example me, I tried dating apps like Grindr, God. Pero syempre 'di ba, kalahati ng populasyon sa Grindr parang syempre hook up lang, ano yung expect mo doon? So kung ang profile picture mo is yung ngenge mo, you're going to imagine, good for relationship. Not gonna happen. Nasaan na ba tayo? Okay. So for me,
words.
Yeah, for me, I just really am surprised on how very two different person can get together in a friendship that lasts more than a lifetime. So regardless, siguro tama din naman yung mga points nyo na regardless of what will happen. I like Rich's point a while ago when he said na this person has been with me and she's like a sister to me. You don't expect me to drop my sister just for you. It totally makes sense. So we're really glad to have met two people that has two different, kasi it's a different story from from me and Vicky's. So I really want to say thank you to that, and I hope that moving forward in the near future, you guys get to leap over the hurdle of this pandemic at magkita na din kayo. Because literally, I understand online chatting and all that works, but over a cup of coffee conversation is totally different from online. Let's just put it that way. Like, ang hirap talaga pag halimbawa puro online, tapos yung best friend ko katulad niyan, kaganon, tapos mahina pala internet sa bahay. So, diba? So, it really sucks. It really sucks. But I hope that eventually you guys get to hang out physically, and then hopefully by next year, physically ko na din kayo makilala. Kasi si Liz hanggang ngayon, online friend ko lang siya.
I know.
Oo.
Pag umuwi yan si Rich dito, pupuntahan ka namin.
Wag na baka madala kayo.
A cup of coffee, sisters.
I know I just made fun of Liz's podcast a while ago, but please support the podcast. It's called Swipe, a podcast by Liz and Bob, as they will be talking about the culture of online dating. So if you are up for that kind of content, by all means, go ahead and give them a follow. Swipe Podcast. Please don't forget to rate us in A Cup of Coffee Podcast on your Spotify.
A Cup of Coffee Podcast is brought to you by Mama Sam Media.